So I just got a call from my husband that we're getting 3 paychecks in March and he wants to book a cruise with that. Hey guys, welcome to Freedom in a Budget. I'm Kelly and my channel is all about living your life well on a budget and living within your means, even when that means getting a third paycheck. So as you guys know, it is March coming up next week. So if you get paid every 2 weeks, I get paid on the 15th and 30th, so I do not get this, but my husband does. So if you get paid every 2 weeks, every other Friday or whatever day it lands on, then 2 times a year, you get a third paycheck. So let's figure this out. We get paid twice a month, right? Every other week, 12 months in a year. So that would equal 24 checks, right? Yep. No, doesn't. No, but it's better. So 52 weeks in a year divided by 2 is 26 weeks. So therefore, there is 2 months, March and August, that you get paid 3 times, which is awesome. So I'm going to go over some tips and tricks and make sure that you're using that paycheck not to go and book a frivolous cruise or something like that, but actually put it to your advantage, hit some goals, and work hard and use your money wisely. You've worked hard for this money and you want to make sure that you are using it to your advantage and getting everything out of it. So first, what not to do. Just don't go shopping. Don't go willy-nilly. Don't go and just spend the money. Don't be like, oh, I don't have to log it in my budget. I can just spend the whole thing and it'll be awesome and I'll get all the stuff. No, guys, just don't do it. So we still want to log it in our budget, in our monthly budget. Absolutely. And let's use it as some goals. So I'm going to give you some tips and different ideas maybe of what you could use your extra money for. And I hope that one of these will be like, that's a really good idea. I should do that. So let me know if any of these are ones that you're going to put into use, or if you have any other ideas, please leave them down below in the comments. I would love to hear them and share amongst each other, comment on each other's comments. Guys, the comment section is incredible. I learned so much from y'all and just I love seeing you guys interact and comment on each other's comments. It is so much fun. So definitely go check out everyone else's comment and learn from each other. You guys are awesome. We want to make sure that we have a game plan with what this is. Go into the month ready. Don't just get the third paycheck and be like, oh, what should we do with it? What can we do? Should we do this? Should we not? No, go into the beginning of the month with a plan. Have everything all assigned out. You guys know that I do a zero-based budget, so every single dollar has a name, including the third paycheck. I already have much budget all set, ready to go. I'm really excited. We're going to hit some really big goals for March. It's going to be awesome. So make sure you have an intentional plan of what you're doing. And of course, the first one that I would say is pay off debt. If you guys have credit cards or student loans or car loans, whatever it may be, use some of that to pay off debt. You can knock out 2 to 3 credit cards or more in just one paycheck. If you put your entire paycheck to just your credit cards or just your student loans, you could pay something off. Like if you have credit cards that are just a couple $1,000s or $500, imagine it taking care of some of that debt in one foul swoop, and then you're able to put that extra money towards your snowball and rolling over those debts, rolling them and using all of your minimum payments to really hit those goals faster. I really don't recommend putting like $50 here, $50 here, $50 here, but putting it all towards one debt so that you can really focus on that and then really get that paid off or really knock down the balance of it so that you get that momentum, you get that win, you get that feeling of accomplishment. I really think that that's going to really just be a game changer and also give you that confidence to hit your goals faster. That way you can go into April and be like, look how much debt we paid off. This is awesome. I don't want to eat out. I don't want to do this. I want to just hit more goals. And I really want to use this to catapult me into more financial good decisions so that when August comes around, you can do the same thing in August and pay off even more debt by then. Next is pay for an insurance policy. This may sound kind of weird, but if you don't have life insurance, I would definitely recommend getting life insurance. This is actually something that Jamie and I have put off for a long time, and we just bought life insurance this past month, which I'm so glad we did. So we have term life insurance. So if you don't have life insurance, get some life insurance. It was really easy, super affordable, and I have so much more peace of mind knowing that we have it. Or see if your car insurance, if you can pay it in full. I personally have Progressive and we pay our car insurance every 6 months. By doing this, I save $300 to $400 every single insurance policy, which means $600 to $800 for the whole year. That is an incredible savings. Now, I'll be honest, the first time I did that, I moved from monthly payments to 6-month payments. It was scary. It was a lot of money up front, and I was like, oh crap, how am I going to do this? And there was a couple months where it was really tight on money, but I made it work. And then each month after that, I would still put my monthly amount into a sinking fund. You guys see it in my monthly budget. So every single month, I'm still putting $200 for Jamie and I's car insurance into a sinking fund so that when it comes to our 6-month policy, we can just pay it in full. I remember the first time that I was able to pay for my insurance in full because of my sinking funds, and I was literally tearing up as I was paying them because it was just such a sense of accomplishment of, holy cow, I cannot believe that I saved for this. I can't believe that I'm able to pay $1,000, $1,200, whatever it was, in just one foul swoop and not think twice about it because I had the money saved. So if you use your paycheck to do that, you can have that savings all ready to go for when your policy comes up and just pay for it. And you can save so much money, hundreds and hundreds of dollars, guys. That is incredible. Next is to add it to a car fund. You guys saw that I just paid for my dream car in cash. I bought a 2016 Jeep Cherokee, which is just amazing. And I love driving it. And I paid cash for that. Now, whether you want to get, a more newer car, like one that I paid $25,000, or you want to get a car that's more of $3,000 to $4,000 that you can work up and build your car up, that would be a great option too. But put this money towards a car fund. Cars are going to break down. Cars are going to be replaced every 10, 15, 20 years. So use this money to put towards that car fund. We are now saving for a car for Jamie. So we just bought our Jeep. Now we're putting that same, well, not as much. We're putting $300 to $500 a month into a car fund for Jamie so that in 3 to 5 years, he can get a new car. And I think he wants to get a 2019 Chevy Cruze, but we'll be getting that in like 2021, 2022. So at that time, it'll be a used car, but all the bells and whistles. Or he wants to get a Tesla. So we'll see what happens. But if you put that money towards a car fund or upgrading your car, but not going into debt and getting out a loan, that's really going to be a great advantage for you. Next is contributing to your retirement. We both max out our 401ks at work, and we put between 6 to 10% in those, and then we also max out our Roth IRAs. So the government actually just upped the amount for IRAs. It used to be $5,500 per year. Now it's $6,000 per year. So you can definitely put more money towards your retirement, which is awesome. And a lot of times that sounds very intimidating for people of, not being able to put $6,000 towards it. I used to think that if it was like all or nothing, either you put the $6,000 or none. It has to be everything. But that's not the case. Can you put a couple $100s a month towards it? Yes. It doesn't have to be the full maxed out amount. That's just the max that you can put in it. But try starting it out with this extra paycheck. That would be a great use of the paycheck to be putting it towards your retirement, putting it towards your goals, letting it grow. The power of compound interest. When you're paying down debt, power of compound interest is against you because you're paying interest on your debt and your credit cards and your loans and everything. But when you're working it towards your advantage of saving for retirement and different things like that, power of compound interest is incredible and amazing, and it's awesome. Next up is grow your emergency fund. If you don't already have an emergency fund, you need one. You need at least $1,000, but honestly, I recommend having at least a month's worth of expenses in the bank at all times in case something happens, at least a month. And then I would be working towards 6 months to even a year of emergencies. We have $25,000 for a 6-month emergency fund, but honestly, we're going to be growing that over the next couple of years to making sure that we have up to a year's worth of expenses. You never know what's going to happen. Look what just happened with the government shutdown. Did people think that we would be shut down for that long? No. I know so many people that were just not in a good place and, did not have enough savings and were just having pasta and butter for dinner every single night, feeding their family because they couldn't afford groceries. So making sure that you have a good emergency fund, a healthy emergency fund is so important. This is a really great way to get that going and get that started. or finish it off. Get that topped off and ready to go. Next is to start a vacation fund. This one is a little bit more fun than emergency funds or retirement funds, at least for me, because I like vacations. But a vacation fund, especially when you're paying off debt, it doesn't need to be extravagant. Sometimes you just need a weekend away. Sometimes you just need something that's 2 hours away, maybe one state away. In Florida, there's nothing that's 2 hours away that's multi-state. So maybe Orlando or the West Coast or something like that. It can really make a good morale. It can really give you motivation of saying, okay, we have the money in here. We're not going to go on this trip until we hit this goal. Once we hit that goal, the money is good to go. We have it. We're going to book the vacation. That is a motivator. If you say that we cannot go on this until we pay off $5,000 worth of debt, then you're bet your butt that money's sitting in the bank. It's ready to go. It's ready to be booked. You're gonna book that vacation, and you're gonna want to get out of debt that much faster. So that's a great way. Also, do you have family out of state? I personally, all my family is up in Massachusetts, and we've had to fly from Florida to Massachusetts a few times because of, relative falling ill and having to say goodbye to relatives and different things like that. We always, even when I was paying off my debt, I always had enough in my vacation fund to go and see them in case anything came up, because I didn't want to have to go into debt for that. I didn't want to have to use my emergency fund. So, I had to have, I think it was like $1,000, $1,500 for plane tickets, for this, for that, so that if something happened to my grandmother or something happened to someone else, I had the money to fly out there without batting an eye. I wouldn't want not being able to say goodbye to my grandmother to happen because I wasn't prepared and I didn't have the money. Like, that would just be devastating of not being able to do that. Lastly, do you have any unexpected expenses coming out, or any vacations that you haven't really budgeted for, or things like somebody's wedding this summer that you're like, oh crap, I need to start saving for that, for their gift, for my outfit, for, travel to get there, or if it's out of state, maybe a hotel or something like that. Use this time to save for that. Put some money aside. Start a sinking fund for that. Those expenses can come up like a really quickly, and then you're like, oh crap, I need to use my emergency fund. I need to use a credit card. No, you have the money. Just put it aside and start a sinking fund. You're gonna be so thankful that you did. All right, guys, let me know what you guys do. What are your plans for your third paycheck? Do you get one? Do you not get one? Do you wish you got one? Let me know down below. I will also have a full blog post on this as well at freedominabudget.com, so go check that out. And lastly, don't forget the secret emoji. So if you made it all the way to the end, please put this secret emoji in the comments below. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Bye.